was fun. Never anything inappropriate. What I saw was work.
What if America's favorite TV mom spent 40 years guarding a secret bargain? One that demanded flawless grace on camera while exacting a silent toll off screen. Stay with me. Because Phylicia Rashad's real journey is sharper, riskier, and far more revealing than any primetime punchline. Long before flashing studio lights crowned her Claire Huxtable, Felicia Ayers-Allen was a Houston prodigy raised in a house where brilliance was non-negotiable. Her mother, Vivian Ayers, penned Pulitzer-nominated verse. Her father fine-tuned smiles as the neighborhood orthodontist. When Jim Crow's hate thickened the Texas heat, Vivian packed the kids for Mexico City, an audacious migration that let a teenage Felicia taste a world with fewer ceilings and 2 languages. That sudden latitude etched itself into her voice. Measured, melodic, impossible to ignore. By 19, she walked the red brick campus of Howard University and graduated magna cum laude in 1970, already wielding the conviction that black art could lift whole communities. And if you think that certainty mattered only to her resume, hold that thought. It would soon reshape Thursday night television. New York's Broadway row can chew up tender ambition, but Felicia arrived with desert-hard resolve. She danced as a munchkin in The Wiz, soared through Dreamgirls, and tackled Greek tragedy, where black actresses were still experimental casting. She studied directors' footwork like a boxer studies an opponent's chin, storing notes for the day she'd call the shots herself. Offstage, she rewrote her own headline. Marriage number 3 to NFL legend Ahmad Rashad gifted her a surname that felt athletic, resonant, unmistakable. Felicia kept it after the divorce. Less about romance, more about shaping the narrative. A name that rolled like a drum when theater crowds whispered, "Have you seen Rashad's new show?" Those whispers set off a frequency that television executives would soon tune into. Picture 1984. NBC is desperate. A family sitcom starring comedian Bill Cosby looks promising but ordinary, till Felicia steps into the room. Her audition is so quietly lethal that Cosby scraps the script's stay-at-home mom and elevates Claire Huxtable to a high-powered attorney. Suddenly, the Huxtables aren't just relatable. They're aspirational, birthing a tidal shift in how America imagined black professionals. On set, Felicia kept a handwritten mantra taped inside her dressing room mirror. Grace is earned daily. That discipline paid dividends. Ratings rocketed, colleges credited the Huxtables for surges in black enrollment. Thursday nights turned sacred for millions who finally saw themselves seen. Yet every spotlight throws a shadow. And while the studio audience laughed, Felicia felt the beam grow hotter. Claire Huxtable wasn't allowed a bad hair day, let alone a scandal. Executives demanded a pristine image. Sponsors dangled contracts on the condition that nothing, absolutely nothing, tarnish the Huxtable halo. Felicia became the show's quiet general, urging young co-stars to hit their marks, finish college courses, and dodge tabloids. Crew members recall her pausing tapings to correct sloppy dialogue or remind everyone, "Someone's child is learning from us tonight." The weight of that responsibility squeezed rest out of her nights. Yet she carried it like a queen carries a scepter, visible, heavy, never dropped. But pressure, like steam, finds a release crack, and it would find one in the unlikeliest place. Decades later, the world that once worshipped America's dad convulsed. Allegations, 60+ by last count, flooded headlines, casting Bill Cosby in a grim light. Felicia, ever loyal, tweeted in 2021 that a terrible wrong had been righted when his conviction was overturned. The internet erupted. Students at Howard University, where she'd just accepted the deanship of the Chadwick A. Boseman College of Fine Arts, demanded answers. Headlines framed her as dismissive of survivors. Within 48 hours, she issued a carefully worded apology, affirming support for anyone hurt by misconduct. The episode revealed a harsh truth. Public grace can evaporate overnight, and Rashad's decades-long reputation now sat on fault lines. But the story didn't end in a tweet storm. It detonated a chain reaction that would redefine her next act. August 2023. Howard announces Dean Rashad will step down when her 3-year contract ends in 2024. Official statements cite a planned transition, yet insiders whisper that donor meetings grew tense after the Cosby tweet. Rashad, never one to linger in a room where she's no longer building, shifts focus to directing. Charlotte's Blumenthal Arts Center taps her to helm Immediate Family, a new comedy unwrapping generational secrets. Tickets vanish in days. Meanwhile, her Howard legacy endures. Netflix scholarships, Disney Storytellers grants, and a pipeline of fresh talent credit her open-door mentorship. Excellence, it seems, can outlast controversy if you keep moving. Still, the question lingers. Did she jump, or was the plank already built? Confession. Some stars dim quietly. Rashad refuses. In 2022, she pocketed her second Tony for Skeleton Crew, delivering a performance critics called "steel wrapped in silk." Moviegoers saw her steady gaze and velvet admonition in Creed III, 2023, and the 2024 action thriller, The Beekeeper. But her boldest pivot lands this year. HBO's The Gilded Age recruits Rashad as Mrs. Elizabeth Kirkland, the formidable matriarch of Newport's black aristocracy. Early buzz claims Rashad steals dinner table scenes with a single eyebrow lift. The casting isn't nostalgia. It's strategic. The show needed royalty, and no crown sits straighter than hers. For Rashad, the role offers a subtle rebuttal. She can portray power without controversy overshadowing craft, if audiences let her. So where does that leave the icon we thought we knew? Scroll any comment thread and you'll see the split. Cancel her. Beside, protect our legends. Her defenders argue that one ill-timed tweet shouldn't erase a generation's inspiration. Critics say moral authority demands louder empathy. Felicia Rashad, for her part, remains measured, almost sphinx-like, teaching masterclasses, directing, and slipping into new characters that test both her range and the public's memory. Maybe that's the real hook. Greatness is never a single headline, nor is downfall. It's a long ledger of choices, triumphs, blind spots, and second chances. The girl who once fled Jim Crow now commands Newport ballrooms on Prestige TV. The mentor who opened doors at Howard also opened a wound with 13 hastily typed words. And the Mother America claimed as its own still speaks in that calm, resonant timbre, daring us to weigh the full ledger. So tell me, when the applause fades and the headlines cool, which version of Phylicia Rashad survives? Is it the poised trailblazer who reimagined black motherhood for an entire generation? Or the loyal friend whose silence, some say, spoke louder than any script she ever delivered? Zoom out for a second. Every icon's story is really a mirror. How we judge them reflects how we judge ourselves. Our hopes, our blind spots, our hunger for heroes who never stumble. But real greatness is messy. It contradicts. It forces uncomfortable questions at the exact moment we'd rather just remember the laughs. That's where you come in. Scroll back through your own memories. Thursday night watch parties, family debates about that famous Theo's earring episode. Campus pride when Dean Rashad took the Howard stage. Did those moments lose their shine? Or did they teach you something deeper about the cost of brilliance? Drop your answer below. Favorite scene? Hardest letdown? Biggest takeaway? We'll be in the comments all week, spotlighting the most insightful reflections. And if you're ready for more journeys where legends meet their crossroads, stories that challenge, inspire, and sometimes unsettle, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Because the next icon on our list, their truth is even stranger than their press releases. Don't miss it.